The Secret About Money: How to Build Wealth from Nothing, written and published by Ngasline. Many people will remain stuck in the cycle of working endlessly, not because they aren't putting in enough effort, not because they don't want success strongly enough, but they have been misled about how real wealth is created. Ignore all that you've come across on social media. Ignore the crypto enthusiasts, the real estate experts, and the stock market predictors. The true way to build wealth is not thrilling. It's not attractive. That's why it works. In these 5 lessons, you will learn what the truly wealthy do differently, not the showy influencers, not the quick success stories. However, the quiet millionaires create lasting wealth without drawing attention to themselves. Lesson 1. Money Vehicle Selection. Why 97 choose the wrong path to wealth. The key choice in building wealth isn't about how much money you begin with. It's about selecting the right method to reach your goals. Interestingly, 97 of people spend more time planning their weekend than choosing how to build their wealth. They make a common mistake in finance, picking their investment based on what's popular instead of what actually makes money. Consider this. Most people's approach to building wealth is quite straightforward. They find a secure job, save money in a bank account, possibly invest in well-known stocks, and wish for good outcomes. It's similar to crossing an ocean in a rowboat. It can be done, but it's very slow and difficult. The rich are taking private jets while others are still using rowboats. The first serious error in choosing a vehicle is the savings account trap. Your grandfather's advice about saving money in the bank was reasonable when interest rates were 15 right now. Inflation is higher than savings rates, so your money isn't increasing. It's gradually losing value. Every dollar in a traditional savings account is losing value because of inflation. People hold on to this strategy as if it were a security blanket, mistaking what they know for being safe. The second important mistake is what I refer to as the popular investment paradox. When an investment option gains a lot of popularity, it's often already too late to get in. When everyone starts discussing a specific stock, cryptocurrency, or real estate trend, the chance to make real money has usually gone by. People flock in at the top, purchasing at high prices and later selling at a loss when they feel let down. The reality of choosing your wealth vehicle is that the best chances often lack mainstream support. People often ignore them, don't understand them, or even judge them negatively. Warren Buffett didn't get attention for purchasing failing textile mills and struggling insurance companies until these boring decisions earned him billions. Choosing the right vehicle depends on 3 important factors: control, scalability, and maintenance cost. Control refers to the amount of influence you possess regarding the result. Scalability shows how far this vehicle can go with you. Maintenance cost involves more than just money. It also includes time, energy, and stress. Many people concentrate solely on possible gains and overlook these important aspects. Think about the restaurant business, a common option for those looking to start their own venture. Yes, there is high control. Scalability is restricted. The maintenance cost is very high. The vehicle may not be bad, but it isn't suitable for someone looking to build wealth effectively. It's similar to picking a sports car for rough terrain. Looks great, but doesn't really work well. The rich know something that many people overlook. The most effective ways to build wealth often seem ordinary at first glance. They aren't exciting. They don't spark interesting talks at gatherings, and they seldom appear in financial news headlines. This is exactly why they are effective. While others are busy following the latest investment trends, the true wealth builders are working quietly and successfully behind the scenes. A good wealth vehicle should have 3 features that many people often overlook. First, it should be uninteresting enough to keep most people away. This helps it stay profitable. Next, it needs to be organized well enough to operate independently. This makes it easier to grow. It should be safeguarded against market crashes and inflation to ensure it lasts a long time. The selection process shows an important fact. The best way to build wealth for you might not be what you desire, but what you can manage most effectively. Your choice should be based on your background, skills, connections, and available resources. Being great in a decent vehicle is better than being average in a supposedly perfect one. The last and often ignored part of choosing a vehicle is the exit plan. Many people do not think about how they will eventually move away from their source of wealth. It's similar to purchasing a car without verifying if you can sell it later. The best ways to build wealth include options to easily sell the asset or turn it into passive income. Lesson 2. The Millionaire's First Rule: Master zero debt before 0 to 1. The biggest misconception in building wealth is that you can simply invest to escape debt. It's similar to trying to fill a bucket that has a hole in the bottom. No matter how much you add, you're not going to succeed. The reality that many avoid is straightforward. Having no debt is essential before moving from 0 to 1. Your first million comes not from smart investments, but from achieving financial freedom by getting out of debt. Here's the truth that many financial advisors might not share. Having debt while trying to grow your wealth is similar to racing with weights on your ankles. Yes, it can be done, but you're complicating the process more than necessary. Rich people get this naturally. They realize that debt isn't only about the cash you owe, it's also about the freedom you give up. Let's talk about the important topic of good debt and bad debt. Financial experts often discuss using good debt to make investments. This is true, but it's often not understood correctly. The only good debt is the kind that makes you more money than it costs, but you should only take it on if you know how to handle it well. For those just starting out, the best approach is straightforward. Pay off all debt before getting into investing. Think about this important fact regarding debt. It's not only the interest rate that harms your ability to build wealth, it's also the mental energy it takes up. When you have debt, your mind is constantly thinking, stressing, and figuring out how to deal with it. This mental energy can help you find opportunities, learn new skills, or create ways to build wealth. Debt isn't just a financial burden. It takes away chances. The journey to being debt-free isn't glamorous. It won't receive likes on social media. Your friends won't be impressed. It's the foundation that distinguishes those who truly create wealth from those who merely discuss it. Begin with the debt that has the highest interest, which is usually credit cards. Next, focus on personal loans, then car loans, and lastly, if applicable, mortgage debt. Getting rid of each debt gives you more financial freedom. Here's an interesting point. How quickly you pay off debt is not as important as being consistent with your payments. Lots of people attempt to pay off their debt faster by picking up side jobs or doing extra work, but they often end up exhausted and back in debt. Instead, make a plan to pay off your debt that you can stick with for a long time. Taking your time and being consistent leads to success. The often ignored part of getting rid of debt is what I refer to as the lifestyle lockdown. To effectively get rid of debt, you need to stop making new debt first. This means accepting your current lifestyle, even if it isn't perfect. It's much better to feel a little uncomfortable by spending less than to always worry about being in debt. Another important point. Getting rid of debt needs a change in how you think about money. Stop viewing debt as something useful and start recognizing it as a danger. Credit cards may seem helpful, but they can lead to trouble. Car loans are not typical. They can harm your finances. Changing your mindset can be more challenging than paying off the debt itself. The Zero Debt Foundation has an additional advantage. It helps you learn the discipline needed for building wealth. The habits that help you get out of debt, like tracking your expenses, spending less than you earn, and making regular payments, are also the same habits that can help you build wealth. You're not only getting rid of debt, you're also strengthening your ability to build wealth. There is one exception to the zero debt rule: using strategic debt for reliable wealth-building methods. This has 3 important requirements. You need to fully understand the vehicle, have a clear strategy for making more money than the debt costs, and keep enough cash saved to handle any possible downturns. If you don't satisfy all 3 conditions, continue on the zero debt path. The last part of the zero debt plan is setting up a debt firewall, a way to stop future debt from building up. This involves setting up an emergency fund, finding different ways to earn money, and making straightforward spending guidelines. The aim is not only to eliminate debt, it's to ensure that debt is not needed in your financial life. People having no debt isn't the end goal. It's just the starting point. When you reach this goal, you'll gain something more precious than money. You'll have choices. You can take smart risks, grab chances, and grow your wealth without being weighed down by debt payments. In the journey to wealth, a person with no debt always has an advantage. Lesson 3. Real Asset Psychology. Build wealth like old money does. People with old money know something that those with new money often find out too late. Real wealth comes from steady, dependable assets that grow in value over time, not from flashy investments. While many people follow the latest investment trends, those with old money steadily build their wealth through reliable assets. This is not only about how to invest, it's also about the mindset needed for building lasting wealth. Think about this contradiction. The more thrilling an investment appears, the greater the chance it will lead to losing money instead of making it. While cryptocurrency millionaires grab attention, quiet real estate investments create lasting wealth for future generations. The flashy stock picker may attract YouTube views, but the index fund investor sees real returns. This isn't just a coincidence. It's a basic principle of keeping wealth that wealthy families have known for a long time. The first rule of real asset psychology is to know the difference between assets that actually increase in value and those that just change in price. A piece of land in a good location increases in value. A reliable business with consistent cash flow grows in value. Many popular investments don't actually increase in value. They just fluctuate, giving the false impression of opportunity while gradually losing value due to ups and downs and costs. Old money understands real assets well. They are unexciting, reliable, and they address genuine issues. An apartment building offers a place to live, which is a basic necessity for everyone. A commercial property is used for business activities. These assets hold their value based on their practical use, not on excitement or speculation in the market. Building real assets in psychology needs something that many people don't have: the ability to be unexciting. You should be open to purchasing assets that might not wow anyone at social gatherings. People concentrate on cash flow instead of capital gains. It's essential to have patience and allow time to help you, rather than trying to rush for quick results. Think about the idea of maintenance over speculation. Real assets usually need management and maintenance, but this is not a downside. It serves as a barrier to entry that helps maintain their value. While some people look for easy profits, those who build real assets focus on learning the skills and creating the systems necessary to keep and expand their assets. This understanding gives you an edge that grows stronger as time goes on. A key part of building real assets that often gets ignored is what I refer to as the utility principle. Every real asset should have a practical use beyond just the possibility of increasing in value. This tool provides a backup. Even if market values go down, the asset continues to work and create value. Old money prefers to invest in things like land, businesses, and infrastructure instead of risky investments. Real assets show their psychological benefits, especially during market downturns. When speculative markets fail, real assets keep working and providing value. A rental building continues to gather rent payments. A business that is in the right place continues to help its customers. This operational stability offers financial and mental security that paper assets cannot provide. Many people overlook an important fact about real assets. The ideal time to buy them is when they are least appreciated. Wealthy people invest in property when the housing market is down, buy companies during economic downturns, and acquire valuable assets when others are scared. They know that true value often shows itself during tough market times. Owning real assets has benefits that extend past just making money. Every asset you handle provides lessons that assist you in gaining and overseeing additional assets. Your knowledge grows as your wealth increases. Old money families usually get better at managing their wealth over generations, while lottery winners often end up losing it all. A key psychological factor in building real assets is what I refer to as wealth permanence. Real assets usually gain value over time, not only because they appreciate, but also due to the growth of the area around them. A good piece of real estate not only goes up in value, but also becomes harder to replace as new buildings and developments happen nearby. Keep in mind this important point about real assets. They should be dull to hold but rewarding to sell. The thrill of investing in real assets isn't about daily price changes or market chaos. It results from gradually building value and sometimes selling at the right moment when the market is favorable. This approach, which focuses on patience, has created more lasting wealth than all the thrilling investments put together. Lesson 4. The 10-year millionaire formula. Boring steps, extraordinary results. Many people desire to become rich, fast, but the reality is that true wealth comes from making many simple choices consistently over a long period. The 10-year millionaire formula focuses on consistently doing the small, everyday tasks correctly over time, rather than chasing after the next big opportunity. It's like trying to leap over a canyon versus constructing a bridge step by step. The first principle of the 10-year formula is what I refer to as invisible progress. Many people give up on building their wealth because they don't see quick results. They want excitement, but building real wealth is more like watching grass grow. You won't notice the small changes every day, but over time, the transformation is impressive. The future millionaires are taking actions today that often go unnoticed or unrecognized. Think about this contradiction. The more thrilling your path to building wealth seems, the higher the chances you might not succeed. Feeling excited can sometimes cause us to make quick choices, feel too sure of ourselves, and take risks we don't need to take. Following a straightforward approach, saving regularly, investing consistently, and making wise choices leads to more millionaires than all the flashy plans put together. It's not about the excitement of pursuing something. It's about knowing the steps to take. The truth about the 10-year formula is that the toughest challenge isn't the actions you take, but sticking with them when it feels like you're not making any progress. It's about investing even when markets are low, sticking to your plan when friends are buying new things, and staying focused when uncertainty arises. This mental strength is what distinguishes future millionaires from those who only dream. Micro-actions are very important. Every $100 saved, every wise purchase skipped, and every additional hour spent learning. These little choices add up over time. It's not about making one big $1 million choice. It's about making 10,000 smaller $100 choices the right way. The reason this formula is effective is that it relies on consistent effort rather than needing special skills or luck. Let's discuss a hidden threat to your wealth: lifestyle inflation. The 10-year formula is effective only if you avoid the temptation to improve your lifestyle with each income increase. This doesn't mean you have to live like a monk. It just means being smart about the comforts you choose to have in your life. Every dollar spent on lifestyle is a dollar that won't grow for your future wealth. The automation principle is important for the 10-year formula. People have limited willpower, but automated systems can keep going without stopping. Arrange automatic transfers for your savings and investments. Make clear steps for deciding on financial matters. Eliminate emotion from the situation whenever you can. The aim is to make building wealth as effortless as breathing. A key feature of the 10-year formula is what I refer to as compound learning. As your money increases with compound interest, your knowledge and skills should also be growing. Every year should help you become not only richer, but also better at handling and increasing your wealth. This dual compound effect speeds up your journey significantly. People often miss the social part of the 10-year formula. Be prepared to look unsuccessful for a long time as you work on your foundation. This means using an older car while others are getting new ones through financing. It means having a simple home while others go for large, extravagant houses. It refers to being the person who consistently discusses saving and investing, often seen as unexciting. This social price is included in the formula. The main point about the 10-year formula that many overlook is that it's not just about the money. It's about being the type of person who can keep wealth over time. Daily habits, waiting for rewards, and planning ahead. These not only increase your wealth, they also strengthen your character. When you achieve your financial goals, you will have developed the ability to maintain and increase your wealth. The last part of the formula is what I refer to as pressure immunity. In the next 10 years, you will encounter many chances to stray from your journey. Family members will require funds. Friends will suggest interesting investment opportunities. Your own wants may lead you off track. To succeed, you need to build resilience against these pressures while keeping your relationships and mental well-being intact. The 10-year formula is effective because it matches the way real wealth is built. It's not a fast way to make money. It's a smart way to build wealth. The simple actions you take today, when done consistently over time, lead to amazing results that others might see as luck in the future. Lesson 5. Ghost Mode Wealth. Why true millionaires move in silence. The loudest person in the room is rarely the richest. True wealth moves in silence, like a ghost, invisible but powerful. While social media influencers flaunt rented Lamborghinis and fake success, real millionaires are building empires in complete silence. This isn't just about modesty. It's about strategic advantage. The art of ghost mode wealth building might be the most powerful secret of sustainable success. First, understand this crucial truth. Attention is the enemy of wealth building. The moment you start attracting attention to your financial success, you create 3 immediate problems: increased competition, unwanted scrutiny, and social pressure. It's like shining a spotlight on a secret garden. Suddenly, everyone wants a piece, and the peaceful growth is disturbed. The psychology of ghost mode wealth is built on a simple principle. Every bit of attention you attract creates friction in your wealth-building journey. When people know you're successful, they change how they deal with you. Prices mysteriously increase. Long-lost relatives appear with business proposals. Friends expect more expensive gifts. These friction points might seem small, but they add up to significant drags on wealth accumulation. Consider the power of information asymmetry. When others don't know your true financial position, you gain tremendous negotiating advantage. You can buy assets at better prices. You can negotiate from a position of perceived weakness while actually operating from strength. You can observe and learn without others changing their behavior around you. This strategic advantage is lost the moment you become known for your wealth. The concept of social camouflage is crucial to ghost mode wealth. This doesn't mean pretending to be poor. It means being unremarkable. Drive a nice but not flashy car. Wear quality but not designer clothes. Live in a comfortable but not ostentatious home. The goal is to avoid triggering either envy or expectations. You want to be the gray man of wealth, hidden in plain sight. Here's a truth about attention that most people miss. It's not just external attention you need to avoid. It's also the attention you pay to your own wealth. The more you focus on and celebrate your financial wins, the more likely you are to become complacent or make emotional decisions. Ghost mode wealth builders often don't even look at their total net worth more than a few times a year. They focus on the process, not the scoreboard. The operational security of wealth building is rarely discussed but critically important. Every time you share details about your investments, business strategies, or financial position, you create potential vulnerabilities. This isn't paranoia, it's prudence. Information about your wealth is itself a valuable asset that should be protected as carefully as the wealth itself. Consider the compound effect of silence. While others are spending energy managing their wealth image, you're focusing that same energy on actual wealth building. While they're dealing with the complications of known success, you're quietly accumulating assets. While they're fending off bad investment proposals, you're finding genuine opportunities. Silence doesn't just protect wealth, it accelerates its growth. The ghost mode principle extends to your digital footprint as well. In an age where everything is shared and documented, maintaining privacy becomes a superpower. Be wary of sharing business successes on LinkedIn. Think twice before posting about investments on Twitter. Consider whether that Instagram story of your new purchase really serves your long-term interests. Digital footprints are permanent and can come back to haunt your wealth building journey. One of the most powerful aspects of ghost mode wealth is what I call the pressure vacuum. When nobody knows your true financial position, you're free from the pressure to maintain appearances or meet others' expectations. This freedom allows you to make financial decisions based purely on logic and strategy, rather than social considerations. It's much easier to stay on the path when nobody knows you're walking it. The final component of ghost mode wealth is having a strong inner circle, a small group of trusted advisors who know your true financial position and can provide guidance without agenda. This circle should be small, carefully chosen, and bound by either professional duty or deep trust. Everyone else gets the gray man version of your financial story. Remember this: true wealth doesn't need to announce itself. The richest person you know is probably not the one posting about their success on social media. They're quietly building, steadily growing, and strategically operating in the shadows. Ghost mode isn't just about privacy. It's about creating the optimal conditions for wealth to grow undisturbed. Final lesson: the secret about money. How to build wealth from nothing. Creating wealth is different from what you see on social media. It won't take a lot of money in seminars or put your savings at risk with investments. Instead, it costs something much more valuable: your ego. Real wealth is straightforward. It requires the bravery to be unexciting, the commitment to remain steady, and the insight to create quietly. We found 5 important principles. Pick the right vehicle. Pay off debt first. Invest in real assets that perform well. Dedicate yourself to a steady decade and grow your empire quietly. This is not just a plan. It's a time-tested way that has consistently built real wealth, while many people pursue thrilling but pointless shortcuts. Real millionaires are often not the most vocal people around. They are the ones who are quietly working, slowly developing, and consistently succeeding, while others focus on appearing wealthy on social media. The way is straightforward. The guidelines are easy. But the main question is, are you prepared to be wealthy, or do you merely want to appear wealthy?